Hockey returned to Ball Arena tonight. It was the Avalanche home opener against Columbus. Avs trying to regroup after giving up 8 goals in their loss to Vegas on Wednesday.
Well, if you had any question if the CSU faithful were going to show out in Tucson for the Arizona Bowl, you got your answer.
Expectation was crazy high in year 1 for this team. Yeah. It might be higher in year 2. What's the ceiling for you guys? Sunday at home against the Chiefs, their final shot. So are you confident or are you concerned ahead of the regular season finale?
Denver defense also going to have their hands full with Justin Herbert, just one of 3 elite quarterbacks the Broncos will be facing in the next 3 weeks.
Richie?
Yeah, good morning, guys. 17th and Lawrence. It is probably 3-4 deep right now. You can see the crowd getting a little excited as we inch ever closer. There we go to the start of the parade here. I'm curious to know, who's your favorite Av?
I don't know.
How about Cale Makar? Say Cale Makar.
Probably Cale.
Cale Makar is an excellent choice. Now, there's always a lot at stake when these two teams get together, but this year, Baltimore going a little bit beyond bragging rights. One of the guys who had a really good All-Star break was Elias Diaz. You take a little peek at that All-Star game and what he did? A disappointing end to the Rams season in Tucson, a 43-17 loss to Miami of Ohio in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Mistakes plaguing the Rams in this one from start to finish. They turned the ball over 4 different times, and the Redhawks capitalized. 34 second-half points. Overall, the green and gold looking unprepared and overwhelmed on the biggest stage of the year.
I just want to use your love.
How to summarize 14 years of Chuck Nasty.
Just the total pro's pro and one of my favorite people to ever play with.
Never seen someone work so hard at a craft in my life, and I think we should all strive to be like Charlie in that way.
That's what made him so good, is that he's so stubborn in his ways. Don't come near me, don't talk to me if you're going to try to get me away from what I do. But that's what made him Charlie, and we always loved him.
Surrounded by friends and teammates, and with one reason for retirement in each hand, Charlie told us why he's stepping away from baseball.
I think I don't really grasp the gravity of it just yet. You know, I think this last week will reveal a lot. To this point, it's pretty much all I've known. Right, bud?
Like father, like son. No tears, little emotion, just a 38-year-old ready to reprioritize his life.
I've seen other guys, have been around some really, really good players that have aged out of the game, and it happens really fast for a lot of guys. And I didn't want to be taken by surprise.
Charlie steps away a 4-time All-Star, winning the 2017 NL batting title. That was one of 2 years the Rockies made the playoffs since 2007. And while other major pieces of those runs have moved on, Chuck, always loyal to Colorado.
It was really an easy decision. This is where I want to play. This is all I've known. I think to go somewhere else and hope for the best, you know, I didn't see the benefit in leaving, and it means a lot more to me to have been successful here and to have made it to the playoffs and to have guys that I've seen grow up in this clubhouse be successful. I mean, ultimately that is so much more rewarding for me than to, you know, like bounce around, you know, not to discredit anybody else who's chosen to leave, but like this is one of the few choices you get in the game is where you want to play, and I made that choice to stay here in Colorado.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody.
After 52 years at the helm of Cherry Creek Baseball, Saturday was retirement day. One final step onto the diamond for Mark Johnson.
My final year was, it was a story. I mean, I could write a book based on the final season.
And every great story needs a storybook ending.
I can speak for everybody here. I think everybody wanted Jay, you know, to win it for Jay and to do it for each other and to do it for our families.
The Bruins needed 2 wins over Regis Jesuits Saturday for state title number 9.
Oh, yeah!
Game 1, a mercy. Game 2, a pitching masterpiece. And Creek giving Johnson one more win and one more title to the most decorated head coach in Colorado baseball history.
Everything fell into place. And trust me on this, it wasn't because of me. It was because of these guys. It's because of my coaching staff. It's because of all the people who believe.
I'm glad we could end him off with another win, and you know he means a lot to me and our whole team. He's been there for all of us, and he's really the GOAT of Colorado baseball.
I like to tell the old squirrel story. They always go, How'd the squirrel get up on the fence post? Because he needed a hell of a lot of help. So did I.
A career that began 4 years after the moon landing, coming to a close. Coach Jay, emotional, saying goodbye, but optimistic on the legacy he leaves behind.
I've been fortunate enough to be a part of several championship teams, soccer and baseball. They draw dust. They draw dust. Relationships last forever, forever. And it's about relationships. You'll see that here with everybody. The relationships are what won it. It's what made the difference. And again, I want to thank God because for whatever reason, he was there for us.
With the Bruins, Richie Cozzolino.
I got one more thing to do. Let's dance.
CBS Sports Colorado.
Let the celebration begin for a second straight year. It is Ferris State's world in Division II.
Bad taste that was left in our mouth from last year is a constant driving, motivating force for us, and this run started a long time ago.
A tale of Ore-Digger redemption is one win away from a fairy tale finish. Mines football finds themselves back in the national championship, and that was the goal from day one.
This is expected and deliberate and intentional, and it's amazing when you can set a plan and then come through with it.
We've been in a lot of these big playoff games, and we've been in the national championship before, and now that we know what to expect, we can go in better prepared, mentally, physically, everything that we need in order to come away with a win this time.
14-0. It's already a program best, and this Mines unit has rewritten the record books in just about every category. And yet, there's still a sense of unfinished business.
It's amazing. Every kid that said they were going to come back came back. It's not like we had a couple guys end up getting a job offer. We had guys get job offers and put it on hold just because they care about each other that much, and we want to do something super special that will last forever.
There are 31 fifth and sixth year seniors on this roster preparing for one more trip to McKinney, their final ride together.
Even at practice today, I was looking around and I go, no matter what, hopefully win, but no matter what, this is going to be my last week with these guys, my best friends on the field, you definitely do get a little sentimental, but then you got to snap back and focus on the game a little bit.
And on Saturday, Mines will try to accomplish the only thing a decorated class hasn't yet: perfection.
Not many players get to, have another chance at it or be in this spot again, so just extremely grateful for the opportunity to play in this big game again and hoping for a different result.
Saves on and rubbed up. Goal tight. He's got it on the breakaway. It's on his stick to win it. Down the side. He shoots and scores. The comeback is complete. The Avs have won it 6-5 in overtime.
It's been a bumpy season at times for the Avalanche, but last night they reminded us, just like that Stanley Cup team, they can flip a switch at any moment. Avs rallying from down 3 goals against Buffalo to win 6-5 in overtime. That was the good news. Here was the bad news. In the third period, new Avalanche goalie Scott Wedgwood had a Sabres player fall on his leg. Refs didn't stop play. Sabres scored just moments later, and Wedgwood had to leave the game. Now, Bednar said today he doesn't really have an update. It might be a week-to-week injury. But beyond that, last night, Coach was absolutely beside himself about this play.
The referee said it wasn't blown because we put their guy into Scott. I said, I don't give a He's hurt. They're standing there, he's sitting there, he's hurt. Blow the whistle. For them to just let it go and then allow the goal is insanity to me.
Well, for 3 straight weeks now, I've sat on this desk and I've used the phrase, win and you're in. Look, the Broncos know what's at stake in the regular season finale against the Chiefs. Some say they're embracing the pressure, some excited to beat a rival to get into the playoffs. For Bo Nix, he said this team's goal for a while has been to reach 10 wins. And Sunday is just one more chance to get there.
Us in quarterbacks, we just kind of live with pressure, and that's just kind of second nature at this point. So I believe pressure is a privilege, and I was taught that a long time ago. So, there's no pressure without opportunity. So right now that means we got great opportunity to go do something special.
You put on the throwbacks, you send us home, and it's time to clinch. So extremely happy for the opportunity, but a challenge opportunity. Chiefs is a good team, but again, it's our time to get to the playoffs, and they did what they need to do. It's our time, and we get to the tournament and see what happens.
And if you wanted a peek at just how differently these teams are approaching Sunday, here you go. The Broncos only have 2 players listed on Friday's injury report. The Chiefs have 13 different players as doubtful or out. They're sitting a lot of guys because they've already clinched the 1 seed in the playoffs. Kickoff is 2:25 Sunday here on CBS. Denver Nuggets in action tonight at Ball Arena. They're hosting Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Jokic is averaging 31 points per game this season, just ridiculous. His points prop set at 29.5 tonight on BetMGM. Finally, we got a top 10 matchup on the pond this weekend. DU hockey playing a pair against the Maine Black Bears. This one's in progress as we speak. Second period, Carter King cleaning up a slap shot. Quick strike on a 5-on-3. Maine did tie it up in the second, so in the third, late in the third, we got a 1-1 tie right now. We'll let you know what happens at 10 o'clock. Karen, David Carl, DU's hockey coach, still at the World Junior, so he's not with the team right now. He's got to go win another trophy before he gets back.
Yeah, which he'll do, right?
He'll do. He always does.
Thank you.